that's why he's still here out and not in jail or under the jail. Because I did not let her testify. Because when I went in that emergency room and saw my daughter uncontrollably shaking, when I saw her hysterical, out of her mind, traumatized by what just happened to her, I could not let her testify on the witness stand. I didn't want her to repeat that pain and suffering, which I knew she would if she had gone on that stand. Cross-examine, jurors, or whatever.
Hold on, yeah.
And I didn't want that for her. So I made the decision not to let her testify at that time. And I took my children and we moved out of the state of South Carolina.
Yeah, but that one smart lady, you should have let her testify.
Hold on, y'all, I'm coming. I was hysterical myself. And being a victim myself of abuse, I know the pain.
I hear you, lady, but you messed it up by not letting her testify. Like, you had to let her testify. If she let her testify, it'd have been straight. I'm coming, y'all. Hold up, because it's her mama talking. I'm trying to wait till she get on there. I'm coming. Hold on. See, your mom, dang, man, her mama should let her testify. Because there's no case without that. Nah, that's the only thing about it, man. Like, it's how many years later? Oh, he did what he did. Believe that. But when you ain't, you know, you got to read the law, man. Like, really, what can they do besides civil suit type stuff? So, I don't know. That's why it make me feel weird about it. Let me see. Pull them back up. There you go.
Since that incident. And I watched my daughter suffer through those 2 years.
Still her mama.
Family nearly torn apart. You don't get to get away with this. I don't care that you cannot be tried again. I don't care that the case is closed because you took a lesser deal because Jessica didn't testify.
Because you didn't let Jessica testify.
I don't care about that. It could have been 50 years from now. It doesn't matter to me. When it's the right time, it's the right time. And stop covering up those other two men. Your dudes. Who are your dudes? Who are your dudes?
Hold on,
You talk about them.
let me wipe this camera
so
for y'all. Hold up.
In the DJ Academic video, you talk about my daughter, when she was up there just hysterical, screaming, yelling, throwing TV. This is facts. Because it's documented. And you told on yourself. You told on yourself. So my daughter was up there in this room, probably locked, that she can't get out.
Yeah, well, you should have let her testify.
Holding her against her will after what happened to her. And what do? You said that your dudes was saying, man, there's some girl upstairs. She, hugging out. That's what you said. That your dude said. That don't sit right with me. The whole thing you were saying is a total lie.
Well, why didn't you let her testify?
It's a total lie. Where are these dudes at that told you that my daughter was up in that room, hysterical, trying to get out? What kind of man are you to withhold information like that? What kind of man are you? You know these dudes, so who are they? Who are they? We will find out. We will find out who those two men are.
It's 20 years later. How you
and
gonna?
We're investigating right now.
I don't get it.
This is not over. This is far from being over.
It would have been if it wasn't for Kwame.
Another thing.
Lucky you got Kwame.
Was he didn't get a warrant.
Salute, homie.
There was a warrant for his arrest.
Okay.
Anybody who wants these papers, feel free to and I'll give you the email at the end of.
I ain't trying to say it's her fault, but
the end of the recording.
I mean,
but
it kind of is because she said herself she wouldn't let her daughter testify.
And he was.
If she'd have let her daughter testify,
his arrest for criminal,
it would have
sexual conduct.
He would have got convicted. But now it's what, 20 years later?
These are facts.
Exactly. Yes, she could have pressed on.
Can you read that charge one more time, please? Because a lot of people don't know about it, so they can go look it up. Can you read that charge one more time, please?
Yes, criminal sexual conduct with a minor. That was the arrest warrant for. And so these are facts, These are facts that can't be lied on. No matter what you say, This is real life. This is serious. This is not a joke.
Okay, well, you should have let her testify.
It's not a joke. This family's not a joke. We live and breathe just like anybody else. We're not mechanical. This is for real for us. You out there talking and laughing and giggling and making jokes and mockery about what you did.
The only thing they could do after 20 years, man, is like civil. Like,
it's not okay.
Yeah, they get some money out of them.
This is okay. on this. No, this is bigger than us. You don't get a free pass.
They need to stop letting her mama talk and just let her talk. Because her mama the one didn't let her testify.
To bring you on because I call it the go along, get along game. And they do get a free pass, and they have been getting a free pass for so long. But I think through stories like yours and people just hearing the true information, because a lot of times the media puts out the information falsely, and so people just go with who they like. So and they think they can't be canceled, but the people can cancel them. The people can speak today and unsubscribe today, and so we got to start taking our power back together as a people and get real information out there and stop just hearing half truths, because
tell them, Kwame,
pulling up on people and hurting one another. This is why we got to get back to love, because people like yourself, people like your son, it affects the entire family. You're not just victimizing one person. You're affecting an entire generation of people. So I just wanted to say that, so you can go ahead and continue.
That boy Cashapp, no, that's his super chat. Lighten up, boy.
I do agree with that, because when I said it's bigger than
get him,
us,
Kwame.
There's so many victims out there, and
I don't want to hear her mama. Just talk to her. Her mama the reason that she didn't testify.
In return, we're doing.
Boy, Kwame I need his subscribers. Come here, Kwame subscribers.
All of the women,
see
men,
all these
boys,
super
and
chats
girls
right there. Look at all that right there.
And then pushed aside.
Get them, Kwame.
Like they don't matter. Making them feel, like they don't belong, or they're nothing.
No, you didn't let her testify,
I was
woman.
called that by one of the Go Along, Get Along gang members. That's exactly how they feel. And there's video out there. He said my life was dirt. My life was nothing. And they think like that about me. And they think like that about everybody. So it's a sad truth that I'm exposing, but people get to see it.
They try and say somebody life dirt. How you gonna call somebody else life dirt? You ain't God.
And it hurts. It hurts when people say things like that. It affects your life, and you have to address it. I've learned that you have to address things, because it happened to you, happened to me, Jessica, my family. It'll happen to other people.
That's what I'm saying. Like
until someone takes a stand.
Kwame had said it was gonna be her, so I'm
stop.
trying to see if Jessica gonna come on, because he had said it.
Yes.
He was finna talk to her and her family, but this her mama, and I ain't got nothing against her mama, but she the one that didn't let her testify.
More documents, facts. Larry McCalvey, Charlamagne, the God. I tell you, it burns my spirit to watch this person. I mean, it was a time, boy. That's why we came out in 2017, 2018, because this dude was everywhere.
No, because that's when Me Too
And
came.
you talking about trauma? My daughter, she would turn on the radio in the car, and his voice. Laughing, and she's been suffering.
Let her talk.
And I'm going to tell you how conniving and sneaky he is after I finished this, because these are indictments I want to also let everyone know. He was indicted. He was indicted by the state of South Carolina,
Community.
County of Berkeley. Indictment for contributing to the delinquency
Of a minor.
minor.
Community service.
Leonard Larry McCalvey.
Yes, we know.
He was indicted.
Mm-hmm. And he got community service because
He
you
was
ain't let your
also
daughter
indicted
testify.
for criminal sexual conduct with a minor in the second degree. So this is not a joke. This is real life. This really happened.
Man, be quiet. Let your daughter talk. You didn't let her testify.
He wasn't always Charlamagne the God. You know, that name he gave himself. He was Leonard Larry McCarthy.
Oh, just let Kwame talk. You don't need to talk. You the reason that she didn't testify. You the reason that he got a lesser charge. Now you on here 20 years later.
That he wants to lie about.
You should just let Kwame handle it. Just let Kwame talk.
I understand. God forgives. But you still have to be responsible for the actions that you commit.
Boy, y'all see that? They hitting Kwame with them hundos. That's what the super chat supposed to look like.
And lying about them is only going to keep bringing it back until things are justified.
And they hitting Kwame, not her. Trust me, that ain't for her, because everybody else thinking the same thing. You should have let her testify.
DJ Academics transcript. This was published in July 21st.
Hell, DJ Academics got to do with it.
And he was on that show talking about the incident. He has so much lies up here until it's not funny. And I would encourage everyone, if you could go and look at that, if you haven't already.
Boy, that's a stream now.
It's the DJ Academics video. Where Charlamagne explains being accused falsely of rape.
Yeah, because if you would have let her testify.
I watched that video. It made me sick on my stomach. This man could sit up there.
Yeah, they on his like, yeah, they man, he got him. Y'all don't listen to me. I keep telling you, you can't do nothing without the people.
I mean, it's
like it's like they don't hear it when I say it, but then so I'm gonna put it on camera and show them.
If you notice.
Yeah, I run people off my page. I want them off my page. They see me saying, "Look, that's support. That's support. That's support." Yeah, I'm gonna get off here because he talking about a super chat. Yeah, because that's what we do. We do YouTube. This is how we survive. But Kwame got him. Kwame about to hit 400,000 on him. 400,000 subscribers on him. I ain't no crab in the barrel. I'm so happy to see him. Man, get him, Kwame. I don't want to hear her. I want to hear her daughter. She the reason he didn't get charged with what he supposed to because she didn't let her daughter testify.
He was talking about incident occurring. He said like he was 20 years old or something. He was 22 years old. Okay, so you don't know when this happened and how old you were?
She said he was 22.
He said he was throwing a party when he. Let me go back a little bit. Okay, so I met Charlamagne one day. My daughter came to me and she said, "Mom, my friend wants to take me to lunch." Okay, he was going to take her and some of her friends to lunch. So I said, I got to meet this person, you know. So she went downstairs and she brought him upstairs. And I met him, introduced himself briefly. And he told me, he says, she's like a sister to me. Don't worry, I won't let nothing happen to her. That's what he said to me. He won't let anything happen to Jessica, my Jessica.
You need to let Jessica talk.
That she was safe with him. So they went to lunch that day. She came back. She had a good time. Everything was fine. So this brought up trust. You know, he's trying to build trust, right? So I was like, oh, okay. You know, he's a nice person and everything. At the time, 22 years old, 15, no way. I didn't know who he was. Let's make that very clear. Because I've heard people say, well, why would she let, you know, her daughter go out with a 22-year-old or whatever? No, that was not the case. She would have never gone out to lunch or anywhere with a 22-year-old. I assumed that it was high school buddies. You know, high school friends get together, you know, they want to do things, go out and stuff like that. He did not look 22.
You ain't
By
asked?
all means. And if that's the case, what is he doing? He's 22 years old. What is he doing with 15, 16-year-olds?
Right. I wanted to say that when I was 22 years old, I didn't want to be around a 15-year-old girl. So the people that are trying to blame you, that's just people that like Charlamagne, because
No.
a 22-year-old man would want to be around a 15-year-old.
He's sick.
Trying to take advantage of.
But you
So
still
you
should have let her testify. If you'd have let her testify, he would have got charged with what he was supposed to get charged with.
Yeah. Yeah. I know the type of mom I am. You know, and for those people who do not, you know, I'm just setting the record straight. I love my kids. I'm very protective, always have been protective of my children. I was a single mom, you know. My husband had passed away, and I had 3 kids I had to take care of. You know, it was one time I wouldn't even let them go nowhere. And then I was told that I couldn't come in. I had to give them space. And I gave them a little space, you know, and stuff like that. But, yeah, it hurt me to hear people say that. Because I know me. I know the type of person I am. I know that I struggled real hard to provide for my kids and to give them the best that I could give them. You know, so it really bothered me a lot, you know. And I went through a lot of breakdowns over, you know, people, you know, out there saying things like that to me.
You can't break down. It's the truth.
But I'm in a better place now, and I'm okay. You know, what you say about me doesn't define who I am. I know who I am. I know what I have done, you know, to provide for my kids.
And about providing for your kids.
To the best of my ability.
Why did you not let her testify?
It's predators like Charlamagne that, you know, prey on the innocent people. And, you know, he wants you to trust him. He tries to gain that trust. And when he does, boom, there you go. You know? What happened to Jessica happened with people like that. You know, that you put your trust in, thinking they're good guys, and they really see your child as like a sister-brother figure. When all along, he had other intentions that we all weren't aware of until that early morning happened. You know? So, after meeting him after they went out to lunch, and everything went well. I think it was about a month later, a month and a half. You know, he kept calling her, since I'm having a birthday party and I would like you to come over. You know, She said initially, she said, no, I don't, you know.
Birthday party. Nobody asked how old he was.
And then he's just like trying to persuade her. You know, he says, come on, you're my sister. You got to come. You got to be there. So she says, okay. Then she asks me. She says, Mom, my friend is having a birthday party. Can I go? Immediately I said no, you know. And she kept asking. I was like, no, you can't go. I didn't want her to go alone. You know, I didn't trust that. And so Malika Joyner, who is my oldest son's ex-girlfriend, was there, and she's also the mother of his two children. And at the time, she was like around 18, and she says, well, I'll go, Miss Reid. I'll go with her and watch her, you know. And so I let her go. You know, I let her go. And they checked in with me, you know, says, well, we're okay. You know, we stopped at the store and whatever. And I'm like, okay. And then a little while after that, I got a call from my son. He's like, Mom, please tell me that you didn't let Jessica go. And immediately my heart dropped. I was like, I was shooken. I didn't know what to say. You know what I mean? I was like, all I can think of is something going to happen when he said that to me. And I paced the floor. It was getting late. I was pacing the floor. And, you know, she didn't come home yet. No call. After that first call that they were okay, I got no more calls. I couldn't sleep. And usually when my kids go out, I wouldn't go to bed. I'll sit up and wait for them to come home. I couldn't sleep unless all my kids was in the house safe. You know.
You know, listening to your story, not to cut you off, listening to your story, I just have to ask you a question. How do you feel about all the mothers and all the women that Charlamagne, and even the men that he's befriending? Charlamagne has a lot of celebrity black male friends, celebrity black female friends. And the reason why the Go Along, Get Along gang works is because whoever is Charlamagne's handlers, he has connections to a lot of things. So you will find a lot of people, they've been saying it all over YouTube. Well, I like Charlamagne. He helped me do this. He hooked me up with this person. So they'll look past certain things because of the, you know, people like that know how to, you know, connect people to things so they overlook stuff. So what do you say to all the black women and the black men that are celebrities, especially, that are friends with Charlamagne?
He is a wolf in sheep clothing. Okay? They see what he perceives to be. They befriend what they think they know. You know? And so they ignore everything else. That's how I feel it's happening that way. They're ignoring everything because he's doing so much for everybody, and, you know, it's his way of covering, you know. And I would tell all of them, open your eyes. Seriously. Open your eyes.
I need something to drink. I need some water.
Because this is a serious thing.
It was serious when it happened. You should let her testify.
And I don't know if this is, if my daughter is the only person, because Actually, it was mentioned about his wife at one time.
Drink.
And some other people that, I mean, he just make a mockery of it. It's okay. You know, to him, it's acceptable. It's acceptable. And people actually laugh and go along with this. This is what makes me crazy. How can you go along with a pedophile that talks about, you know, drugging and raping girls? Open your eyes. See him for who he really is. Then decide if he's good enough to be your friend or your associate. Personally, me, if I was in someone else's shoes, I would not want to befriend a person like that. I don't care what he can give me or what doors he can open. So open your eyes. That's what I would actually say to all of those people who, you know, are looking on the outside and not looking in. You know that this man did these things. He tells you it himself. He speaks on it himself. He tells you about Spanish Fly. And one time I was with a girl and all of this, he drugged people and raped people. That's what it is. It's not consensual. And that's another thing that I've heard that I want to clear up. The fact that people are saying it was consensual. And I heard someone say that, so in the comments, you know, a few times. It was not consensual. My daughter was raped. She was drugged. She was forced to drink. He kept, here, drink this. Just trying to persuade her to drink. So this was not consensual. And if you look at the documents, if you look at the police report, because right after the incident, she went immediately in the ambulance to the hospital. This was not consensual.
It's not consensual.
And you can see in the report, the police report itself, what the detectives wrote in there. She was hysterical. She was out of control. She couldn't speak. She was delirious. She tore up that room, knocking things over, trying to get out. When she came to where she can move around, because at first she could not even move her body. If you read the statements, the two guys that we are going after actually took her upstairs. She couldn't run, she couldn't fight, she couldn't protect herself or anything. So it was not consensual. And I want to make that clear because, like everything else, there's so many false things going on. And it's got to be cleared. And that's why we're here, to set the record straight. It was not consensual.
Okay, let's bring your son into the screen for a second. Give him a chance to speak. Let me see. How you doing, brother? You here?
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing, man?
Okay, go ahead, brother. Introduce yourself and just kind of tell people, you know, how you felt from a male's perspective, like I was telling you over the phone, man. My hat go off to you, and God bless you, because you know, you gotta deal with that every day that you hear the Breakfast Club as well. So I'm gonna put my mic on mute and just let you go.
Okay. Yeah, man. I mean, it's a crazy situation. You know, you're talking about my mother and my sister. You know what I'm saying? Over the years, you know, I've seen the pain, and you know, the craziest thing is the memory that I have from that night. You know, I didn't want them to go. You know what I'm saying? And I did express that to my mother. You know what I'm saying? And they went anyway. But like my mom said, you know, we didn't get any calls. We was trying to figure out where they was at and if they were safe. And then, you know, finally we got a call. And then that's when we knew that something had happened. Now, like I said, there's a memory in my head, man, that will never, ever, ever go away. You know what I'm saying? Once we got the call and my mother called the ambulance and called 911, excuse me. And we went to Somerville Medical Center, and I saw my sister in the back of the ambulance, man. And, you know, it's still even hard to talk about to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, my sister was back there. You know what I'm saying? She couldn't even walk. You know, that put something in my heart, man. Some hate. And all I ever wanted to do, and to be honest with you, to this day, man, you know what I'm saying? I just want to do this man dirty. I mean, it's not all about that, man. But you know, my mother raised us to protect our sister. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I feel like I failed my sister. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't protect her. You know, I mean, for a while, I looked for dude. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't get. I couldn't get to him. You know what I'm saying? And every time, you know, now you can hear him on the radio, you see him on TV. It's like I relive it every day, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that he came to the house, you know, and picked my sister up, and then hearing him talk about it, you know, he act like, oh, it wasn't me, you know, like my mom said, you know, when he was speaking on DJ Academics, the video with DJ Academics with the interview he had, he said something was going on in the room with a couple of his dudes. You know what I'm saying? I feel that if you call yourself a man and you know these dudes, then you are obligated to speak on it. You know, my sister told me out her mouth, and we know the facts that she was violated. You know what I'm saying? And throughout the years, we still struggle with this. You know, personally, my relationship with my sister has been rocky too. And that's something that we still working on to this day. You know, it's still a hard thing for the family to deal with. We still trying to get, you know, through it day by day. But at the same time, you know, when you hear this man talking about it on the radio and joking about, you know, situations where he put stuff in females' drink and just him just being disrespectful towards black women, period. You know what I'm saying? It's like, who are the people you with? I mean, like, how come they can't hold you accountable for what you did? You know, why?
Hey, hold on. Let me add this. Don't forget when he sniffed the chair. I think I saw a video. He sniffed the chair with J-Lo left.
Yeah, I saw that the other day. I was seeing it myself, like, what kind of dude? I mean, I already know what kind of dude he is. You know what I'm saying? But you know, my thing is his circle of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is he so protected? There's a lot, like you said, there's a lot of celebrities that he know and people, you know, that he's making money with. You know, why can't one of those people in position of power stand up and say, yo, you know, we got to address this, man. You know, this, and with the documents and the stories that he put out and how he spoke on it, you can tell that it's lies. So why ain't nobody stepping up? You know what I'm saying? My mother and my sister has been pushing and pushing and pushing, trying to get support from all different types of people. And they turn their back on them. You know, it's a handful of people, you know, that really supports Jessica and want justice for Jessica. You know what I'm saying? My thing is why the people ain't holding him accountable? That's the problem that I have with this whole situation. This man violated my sister. I've seen my sister cry, my mother cry, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I try to, you know, deal with it in my way, but it's hard. You know what I'm saying? I only got one mother, and this is my only sister. You know what I'm saying? And people, you know, on YouTube, they be talking about, oh, she was this, she was that, and they speaking and they don't have the facts. My mother said, you know, the email's gonna be up on this YouTube. If you want the documents, it's there for you to see for yourself. It's there for you to see for yourself. You can tell that the man is lying. We know the facts. But like I said, man, you know, every day, I turn on the radio, it's like reliving the situation. I look on TV, reliving the situation. When this resurfaces or something comes up, we relive the situation over and over and over again. The other two people that, you know, were involved, you know, we trying to go after them. And when we get to them, they're going to fold. And even more of the truth is going to come out. But my thing is, this man he called himself a man. He got a wife. He got daughters. He got a sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, how would you feel if that happened to your daughters or your sister? You know what I'm saying? You can't just sit there and ignore the situation and downplay it like it wasn't nothing, because it was. You got a whole family that's been going through years of hurt over this situation.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't know if legally they're gonna open back up the case, but the people should speak. I mean,
yes, the people should speak.
Yeah, it's we the people,
Yeah.
and we shouldn't allow stuff like that to go on, and then we still give our money and our advertising to people like that. He's making a lot of money for the right type of people, so that's why, you know, they have him up there. And shout out to Star for keeping the
shout out to Star.
and shout out to Choke No Joke, because I saw a lot of stuff that he did as well. So I want to definitely not try to take any credit from anybody. Anybody who shared Jessica Reid's story, shout out to you guys. And everybody who's watching, you know, it's time to stand up and do something about it. I mean, we have the power to do something about it ASAP. So if you guys want the email, like I said, it's going to be in the description box. And let's show our support, not through just typing in the chat. Let's show our support through, you know, speaking and moving him out of his seat, you know. And I can't believe that we've allowed this to go on for so long, and just the suppression of information. And that's why I'm here. I got to make sure, a lot of us got to start making sure that we give out the true and the real information. So we can be the voice for the voiceless. So I definitely appreciate you guys for coming. And if you have anything else, you know, I'm just let you guys go.
Another thing that I want to say, what about all these organizations that support victims of sexual assault? You know, why they not supporting her? You know what I'm saying? Why they not helping her? You know what I'm saying? I've seen tweets and she's calling people out, and you know what I'm saying? She's sending messages and trying to get support, and nobody's supporting. Like as if it's not important.
Right.
It's the go along, get along game. I mean, I'm telling you, if it was a different person, they would say believe all women. But it's certain people, and this is what we're exposing. Certain people, they'll look the other way. And women are not going to be safe anywhere if they're going to go in rooms with certain people that people are going to look the other way with, because they're going to definitely look the other way if they're in that go along, get along game.
Right. So, and what if there are more victims?
There's definitely more.
I know my sister's story, and they're scared because they see what my sister's going through.
So we gotta start nipping this thing in the bud and holding people accountable. Yes, there are people that get accused of things like this, and they may be innocent, but clearly in this case, you guys did what you were supposed to do. Nobody can tell you what to do with your decision that you made. I mean, as most black women, as mothers, they can understand, they can feel you try to protect your kids from further pain and further trauma. So I wouldn't feel any shame or any guilt, because like I said, I was 22 years old before, and I never wanted to be even around a 15-year-old unless it was in a gym and he was a male and I was showing him some post moves. Because you know, you shouldn't. It's on us as men. It's not on, you know, coming around and trying to take advantage of a woman and her daughter. So you should feel shame about that.
Right.
You got anything else, Mr. Reid?
I'm good right now. Thank you.
Okay. Mother, you got anything else, Mom?
I just want to say that we are definitely in pursuit of the two men that were also involved and that were never charged. You know, we have some information already, and we're going to continue until these two are brought in for the crimes that they committed.
And keep me posted. You have a way of contacting me. You can email me or whatever, and you can always come back on this platform and keep us updated and let the people know what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for having us once again and for shedding light on the Jessica story. We do appreciate you very much.
Yeah, well, I respect and salute both of y'all, especially y'all strength to come up here and speak for you know, your sister and your daughter. I mean, you guys are still trying to protect her, because I know if it's hard for you guys, then it's almost impossible for her to be able to get through an interview. So I respect you guys, and God bless both of you guys. And anytime you need to reach out to get a story out, you know how to contact me.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank the both of you.
All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to get the true facts out, and then now you guys can do what you want to do with it. If you guys still think it's not a go along, get along game, and this is not just about Charlamagne, because I wasn't talking about Charlamagne. Charlamagne put himself into position for this to happen to himself. But what this does, it does expose a network of people that are pretty much above the law. So hopefully you guys can stand up and be supportive of people who actually have documents that are willing to email them to you, so you can see the documents. This is not somebody alleging anything. These documents, you know, will prove how he got to the point with the lesser charge. So I encourage everybody to go ask for those emails. I'm going to put it in the description box as soon as this broadcast is over. And we're going to keep exposing this go along, get along game. And then you guys going to have a lot of questions for the people that are around the people in this go along, get along game. Because the go along, get along game don't go like this. It go like this, and then it go up. Then it go like that again, and then it go up. And then the go along, get along game goes pretty high. So I love you guys. Have fun today. I have one more interview today with the Real Foundation. They're going to use my platform to, they got some great energy, great ideals. I'll let Ginger tell you herself. You're going to love this woman. She has a beautiful energy. She was an addict herself. She's 9 years or 10 years clean now. So she has a passion for helping women. She has a passion for helping convicted felon, especially find home ownership and just finding their own independence and getting back into society. I'm not getting paid for this. In fact, I got to sign that MOA. And, you know, I'm just helping someone out that I believe in her cause.
Getting paid right here, homie.
Definitely, she's going to help me and work with me so we can do similar things down in Brunswick. So I believe in the model.
They got you in the super chat.
I don't want to get paid for it. I want the knowledge so we can take that thing somewhere else and help people in a whole nother state, but a state, city, whatever, but it's still the same programming and helping people. So that's what I'm about. I am about the drama too sometimes. But we're going to do a lot more positive stuff on this channel. So y'all stay tuned. God bless y'all.
All right. That's Kwame. All I can say is, yeah, and I'm just getting up, so I don't care. But all I can say is, they're lucky they got Kwame. They're lucky they got Kwame. Because Because if Kwame wasn't putting attention on it, I'm sorry, Kwame. If Kwame wasn't putting attention on it, man, I don't know. I don't know if it'd get no attention. Like, I don't know. What this clown said. Oh, I just woke up. I got time today too. What you say? Stop trying to use a man to get views. Hey, stupid ass boy, a girl or whatever you is. Kwame told me to post. That show me how engaged you are. Yeah, you can go check the comments and everything. Kwame is not a stuck-up acting dude. He read the comments, he answer, he DM people. Yeah. He says it himself. You need to pay attention to what's going on, stupid ass, instead of worrying about me and what I'm doing. Because I'm doing it because he wants it on every platform possible. He's telling you over and over. When he keeps saying mama's cooking, you retarded. You one of the dummies. When he keeps saying mama's cooking, it's because it's able to be spread, but only if it's by the people. The people are y'all. I've been telling y'all this for, I don't know, go down my YouTube page for years. Stuff don't get big, it don't get heard, it don't get no attention if y'all don't pay it no attention. And you need to go watch more Kwame's videos if you think that's what people doing, because everybody is recording his videos and posting them, because that's what he asked to do. He's asking content creators, post my stuff, just put hashtag Kwame Brown Bust Life in it. That's all he asks. Because everything he doing, he know. If you going, see, you a dummy. I don't even know. I'm glad I read that, because I know you stupid. You need to exit my channel, homie. I don't care. While you talking about views, I'm finna show you how much I care about views or subscribers or whatever. Hey, man, you get the hell off my page and don't come back. It ain't gonna make me no difference. I'm gonna keep on putting up what's right. I'm gonna keep on posting the truth that I can. I don't care if I gotta hold one phone and do like this and whatever. Kwame is not he ain't man, he cool as hell. That's all I can say. So yeah, I'm interacting with the man and asking the man, all right, you sure if I do this, it's not going, YouTube won't do that? I wouldn't be doing nothing that YouTube wouldn't let you do. He want all content creators posting his stuff. You see what I'm saying? Like, because you got to think about it. And I ain't talking to the stupid ones no more. I'm talking to y'all that got sense. Kwame's his platform is getting bigger. He about to bust 400,000 subscribers on him. So that's good. That's good. But you got to think, the way Kwame look at it is like he's going against mainstream media. So you can have 400,000 subscribers, but if the 400,000 subscribers ain't sharing your content, then it's not gonna get. I'm tired of even trying to explain this YouTube stuff to people, man. So I'm not even finna go through it just because of one comment, because I done went through it on all my videos. Like, you could tell people over and over and over and over again, they don't want to listen. 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 And Kwame, you knew Kwame been on YouTube for years. He been monetized for years. He was right around like 14,000 subscribers until a couple weeks ago when them fools on the Up and Smoke, All the Smoke podcast brought his name up, and then he blew. People flocked to drama. So when Kwame responded, man went from 14,000 some views to now, 14,000 some subscribers to now almost 400,000. And that's because he was bringing the drama. people was tuning in for drama, for negativity, to him call Matt Barnes Becky with the good hair and this and that. Yeah, we'll get a laugh off of it or this and that, but Kwame knew how to reel y'all in. All you gotta do is show some negative stuff. All you gotta do is talk bad about somebody. That's all you gotta do. And then once he got y'all attention, now he can start showing y'all the stuff that he really wanted to show y'all. And so he wants all YouTube content creators to use his content, to share his content. I don't know how to share his content on my community page yet. I'ma do it like that too once I figure it out. But until then, when it's something, yeah, when he go live, I go live. You need to go in his YouTube community and read his posts. He's telling all content creators, hey man, share the videos, record them, y'all eat with me. Go watch him. You need to pay attention to what he's saying. The boy the only one on YouTube doing it like that. Ain't nobody else. If you can't do that with nobody else on YouTube, you can't even hold a. Do it to my video and see what happened. I ain't talking to everybody. I'm talking to the fool that made the dumb statement. Do it to my video. Take one of my videos, hold your phone, and record it and put it on YouTube. You'll be getting an email by midnight. Yeah, copyright strike. Take that down, fool. So everybody y'all seeing doing this, they doing it because Kwame asked everybody in the YouTube community. He said, I'm going to need some backup. He got backup. He got backup. He got a lot of haters too. But he got backup. He got backup. Kwame ain't hurting for nothing, homie. You didn't just see that, all them super chats? You ain't just see that? You stupid. You stupid if you can't see the man is... Kwame standing on morals and principles. I stand on morals and principles. I'm riding with him. I'm riding with him. I want him to win at everything he doing. They talked about the man for 20 years, this and that, this and that. I know how that feels. And then blackballing me and trying to keep me quiet for since Pimp died, so 14 years. Yeah, I can relate, homie. I can relate. So damn what you talking about. And like I said, I ain't blaming the mama. I just don't want to hear the mama talk. I'd rather hear Jessica talk because the mom is the one who didn't let her testify. If she would have just let her testify, then yeah, I don't know, he wouldn't still be in jail, but he would have got the, well, he might still be in jail, I don't know. But it's nothing that could be done now besides civilly. That's it. All they could do is hit him in his pockets. So that's it. It'll go to civil court. They can try and get him fired. I mean, I just don't. Ain't no jail time gonna come out of it for Charlamagne. Like, worst thing gonna come out of it for him is happening right now. Like, it's being brought back up. They're talking about it. They got paperwork. They're showing the truth. He could. That's iHeart. Yeah. So iHeart could say, "Hey man, we can't take this heat. We gotta let you go." Like, Charlamagne is replaceable. That seat Charlamagne sit in every morning, they got plenty of people waiting in line where as soon as they fire him and get him out that seat, somebody else waiting to sit down in that seat. I mean, it's cold, but it's the truth. Like, so that's about the worst thing that could happen with Charlamagne. And the other two dudes that they saying whatever, they could bring up criminal trials on them. You know what I'm saying? But it's 20 years later. I don't know how good that'll work. That's just being honest with you. I don't know how good that'll work. I mean, far as evidence goes, what you gonna do? It's 20 years later. Like, I don't even see. If they, well, I don't even think they will be arrested. It's 20 years later. Like, so even if they find out who they are, then the most that could probably be done is, you know, they could put their names out there and let everybody know that these are sex offenders. And they could bring them to civil court too. But as far as like the law court, it's no, he gotta be judged by the streets now. And everybody pretty much know that. Kwame know it. I don't know if y'all could tell, but her brother know it too. Like, yeah, his judgment is gonna have to be with the streets now, because as far as legally, it's been 20 years, man. And I mean, they not lying when they say he talk about it all the time. Charlamagne talked about that on plenty of the Breakfast Club moments, and on the Brilliant Idiots podcast, and on I think he was on Lip Service. He talked about he talked about it. So it ain't like it's nothing. Matter of fact, he just stopped talking about it. Once Kwame started popping and bringing awareness to stuff, Charlamagne just stopped joking about it, because he used to. I mean, it was like, yeah, he'd talk about it all the time, because it was a case that was over with. Like, it's like I say, it's cold blooded, but it's the truth. It's a case that was over with, so he talk about it all the time. Like, not saying it's right, you know what I'm saying? Like, not saying it's right at all, but I'm just telling y'all the truth. Legally, when it come down to it, it's civil court. That's all they can do right now. Civil court, y'all know what that is. That's just suing somebody. That's why you'll keep hearing her mom and her brother saying, we gotta relive it every time we hear it on the radio. That's pain and suffering. And it's documented, because they done say that every time it's an interview. You see what I'm saying? Like, so they could hit him in the pockets. They could hit him in the pockets. And they could hit him, well, I ain't gonna say they just mess his whole life up, because he done been on the radio for I don't know how long. He was on radio before he was on the Breakfast Club. So then what? The Wendy Williams show he worked at. So either way you look at it, they can cause him an early retirement. You know what I'm saying? Like, and with that early retirement, they can get pretty much whatever he would be getting paid every month. Yeah, they just gonna, if they go to civil court, they'll win it. They'll win in civil court. And yeah, they'll just be garnishing his wages. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like I said, it's cold, but it's the truth. He ain't going to jail. Ain't nobody going to jail. It's 20 years later. That's why I ain't trying to sound cold or heartless or nothing, but I can't help but say, lady, it's 20 years later. You should have let her testify. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, oh, I got so many damn trolls and hating ass on my page, boy. You say, yeah, he said, he's not going to jail at all. It's too late. Yeah. He's not going to jail. So that's not what they reaching for. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just like, I know what it is. It's get the story out, get the story out, get the story out. So it's out there so much that when they go to civil court, I mean, yeah, it's all out there. They'll win. They'll win the civil case. And it'll be for a ridiculous amount that Charlamagne ain't even got, you know, that's what they do. They actually look at what he making and make sure they set it as something that they know he don't got. So they can garnish his wages pretty much for the rest of his life. That's pretty much the rest. That's pretty much the most that's gonna come out of it that's gonna hurt him. And that's really, I'm like I said, because you didn't let her testify 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You said I don't know. I don't know. None of us know. You know what I'm saying? But what we do know is she went to the hospital right after it happened and everything. Pretty much followed protocol if you've been sexually assaulted. But then when it was time for the trial and everything, her mom let the district attorney know that she didn't want her testifying. She didn't want her daughter testifying. So without her daughter testifying, they ain't really got no case. So that's why he was able to plead out to a lesser charge. Like, because if you're not gonna let her testify, then he can't be held responsible for what happened. The person that it happened to is not testifying, and she has said it herself. That's why I ain't being mean when y'all hear me keep saying, well, I don't want to hear from you. Let your daughter talk, because that's the problem the whole time. Like, I ain't saying she ain't a loving mom. I'm sure she's a loving mother and she loves her kids. Yes, but we all make mistakes, and that's why it's like this right now anyway, because she made a mistake. Like, you didn't let her testify. Like, so let your daughter talk. Like, you don't talk no more. Just you go sit down and just support your daughter. Let your daughter talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, she dropped the ball. Like I said, and we all make mistakes. We ain't nobody perfect. But if you the one that made the mistake 20 years ago by not letting her testify, you might not want to be the one that's in front of the camera now and talking and doing whatever. But let your daughter talk. You ain't let her talk 20 years ago when it was time for her to talk. And now you ain't letting her talk now. Let her talk. Like, yeah, because you dropped that one. So, I mean, yeah, the paperwork, y'all go hit the Kwame got it in the description. If you just want to see the paperwork, but y'all already know what it is. It's just the paperwork showing that what he got charged with, what he pled out to. That's it. So, I mean, like I said, the worst thing that could happen is civilly. And that's where they going. You could tell that's where they going. They finna take it to civil court. And they'll win that. You know what I'm saying? They'll win that. But she's still gonna have to testify. Like, she's still gonna, even if it's civil court, she gonna have to testify. So that's why I said I'd rather just hear from her. Like, I think it's 2 videos on YouTube where you can actually see her and hear her talk. If she's the one it happened to, then you need to see her talking more. You know, like, I don't know what y'all got out of it. And I know Kwame doing the best he can. You know what I'm saying? You said what? Yeah, Choke No Joke. Yeah. And it was another one, Star. That's why they keep saying Star. So, I don't know if y'all paid attention, but it's like, what y'all got from it. But I mean, I'm glad Kwame is using his platform and doing what he can do. But the whole time I'm watching, like, I don't really want to hear from you or your son. I don't. We need to hear from her. Like, I don't see how. Like I said, I'm sure. I got my Elmer Fudd on very. I'm very sure that she's a loving mother and she loves her kids. But haven't you learned that by not letting her talk and you talking, you doing the talking, that don't work? That's not a good idea. That's what happened 20 years ago. That's why he was able to plead to a lesser charge. No, y'all be quiet. Let her talk. Like, she's the one that happened to. Let her talk. Like, I don't know. But if I get on here and I'll let y'all later. I gotta get up and get moving. If he go live again, I got my notification on. And I'm like, yeah, that's what everybody should be doing. That's what he asked the YouTube community to do, was, you know, share. He ain't telling everybody to share all his videos, but like the ones where he going at say Stephen A. Smith or Charlamagne. Yeah, that's what he asked for help for, and was giving boys permission. Like, no, put it on your platform, because even though he about to bust 400,000 subscribers on him, but he know, okay, if he talking about Stephen A. Smith, that's ESPN, that's millions and millions and millions of viewers. If he going against Charlamagne the God, that's millions and millions and millions of listeners. So Kwame is not stupid. He know how to get it across. Okay, I'm finna hit 400,000, but they have a way more bigger reach than me, so I need help from the people. That's why you keep hearing Kwame say, "We the people," because if you're in the YouTube community and you make videos, then you know what's going on with Kwame. He want everybody posting. Like, when he posts, he wants you to either, go live, record it, or just record it and share it on your platform, because that's the only way he can spread as far wide as like a ESPN or a Breakfast Club. If you don't understand that, then I don't know what else to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very simple. You know. But yeah, I gotta get it together. We'll be back on here later. Y'all know what it is with me. Long live Pimp C. I am the hog boy. Yeah.